Real estate's always been a highly personal and high-touch business. Buying a home is not like ordering coffee pod refills, groceries, or even a car online. If you'd like to learn some more about how things are changing and what your virtual home buying options are, then stick around. You'll be glad you did. Today is May 11th, 2020, and COVID-19 has accelerated changes that were coming to the real estate business. Many of them will remain even after this crisis is over. My name is Harry Moore, and today we're going to talk about what you can do now and how many of these options will become part of the real estate transaction down the road. Well, we might as well start at the very beginning with a virtual video consultation. This is designed to help you get a basic framework of how the real estate process works and to ensure that you and your agent understand your situation, your wants, your needs, and put together a plan that works for you. It gives everyone a chance to get to know each other a little bit, at least on the screen, and saves you a lot of time and hassle since you can do it all right from home. It also gives you the opportunity to do some more research in real time and talk about the areas, types of properties that might be the best fit for you. You can narrow the list down, which saves you a lot of time, gas, hassle, and depending on how broad the search area is, we might even be able to dig deeper on specific properties. Next step, talk to a lender. This has been, well, for the most part, done virtually for a number of years. Lenders all have online portals for application and submission of documentation, and some of them use Zoom or old-fashioned phone calls to discuss the ins and outs of financing and answer your questions about the whole process. This is where a local full-service lender versus someone at a call center out in the Midwest can really help you to get comfortable with the money side of things and to help you make an informed decision about the best financing options for you. Next step is a virtual guided tour of the MLS. Depending on how far we got on our first meeting, we may need a second one to narrow things down some more. Again, saves you time and hassle and helps you learn more about the properties and the specific neighborhoods that you like. You know, it's something that I did for clients for a long time. We would huddle around a computer or we'd sit in a conference room at the office looking at the big display on the wall. Now, you can do it all from the comfort of your couch. Next step, smell the roses. This isn't really virtual, but it's not high touch either. I've suggested for years that buyers do a driving and or walking tour of their short list of neighborhoods. It's a great way to get a feel for the different styles of houses and how things are laid out and the street feel of a neighborhood. And it gives you a good idea of what the positive and negative features are of a particular neighborhood. Some people may not be able to or want to, and you can certainly do a lot of legwork with Google Street View and other online resources. But a little boots on the ground time is great if you can manage it. Once you've got a short list, we'll dig in to get more details. We can do this a bunch of different ways. We start with the MLS photos and all the information that's there. Then if there are recorded video tours, that's another way to get sort of a different feel for the property. But my favorite is 3D walkthrough tours, either Matterport or one of the other providers. I've been a big fan of Matterport tours for years and have used them on most of my listings for a long time. It's a great way to get a really deep feeling for the property. Here's an example of one. It's a super immersive experience that puts you in control of the pace and lets you see much more than you can with regular pictures. Then there's live video options. Virtual open houses. Those are usually on Facebook Live and they're conducted by the listing agent. This will enable you to get a guided tour of the property. Then there are live private virtual tours, either conducted by the seller, the listing agent, or sometimes the buyer's agent. Usually done on FaceTime or Google Duo. So it would be a private tour specifically arranged for you. And this is usually done when you've got a property that you're really serious about and you're thinking about writing an offer. Another non-virtual, in-person viewings. None of the above options is quite the same as getting into the house, and ultimately many buyers will want to do that before they actually buy. We do this with all the protocols observed based on the local requirements and CDC guidelines. Remember, safety first. Now, for the buyers who want or need to write an offer without an in-person viewing, you can structure the contract so that your offer is contingent on seeing the house, or you can sort of wrap that into the home inspection as a way to deal with it. Another key step is the comparative market analysis. We'd review detailed market activity, sales history, and market trends for all the relevant properties before submitting the offer. This gives you the data you need to make an educated decision. This isn't really something new, but DocuSign is the electronic signature platform that I use. It provides a secure place to review and sign all the documents needed to complete an offer, and any follow-up forms that might need to be signed prior to settlement. It's easy, and they have a really good app, so you can take care of a lot of stuff from your smartphone. Next step, submit your earnest money check. It used to be that I needed a copy of the earnest money check or the original, so that it could be deposited immediately once the contract had been accepted. Technology's taken care of that issue too. Enter Zocam. This is an app that many title companies use so that buyers can deposit their earnest money directly. It takes 3 to 5 minutes. It's just like doing mobile banking. You do it right in your smartphone. Next step is the home inspection. Most buyers want to be there for this, but some don't, or they're not able to. Many home inspectors have pivoted and offer either recorded inspections or FaceTime or Google Duo so that the buyers can watch and ask questions as it's happening. Or some inspectors will do it all, take lots of pictures, and then they have sort of a video Q&A wrap-up session at the end. Somewhere in the first 7 to 14 days after the contract is accepted, the appraisal happens. This wasn't something that buyers were really ever there for even before, but even this has been hybridized with new procedures being put in place by banks and appraisers to try and keep it as low touch as possible. Well, we're almost there. It's time for the walkthrough inspection. This is another thing that's not usually going to be virtual. This is where we'll go through the house and make sure that everything's in the same condition that it was during the home inspection so that you'll be ready to sign the settlement documents. This is the one last place that an appearance in person may be in the cards. Many lenders require what's called wet ink signatures from the borrowers on the loan documents, although even that's changing. There's a protocol called remote online notarization. This was first developed in 2017 and has been adopted by about 30 states as of now. There's a big push to get it adopted everywhere, so it could be universal in the near future. So there you go. Purchasing real estate is still a hybrid of in-person and virtual for most people, but there's a lot more being done online than even a few months ago. If you've got questions about whether virtual home buying makes sense for you, reach out and let me know. My contact information is below. And if you'd like more tips on the home buying process, check out this link to my home buyers playlist. Have a good day and stay safe.